Hey everybody, welcome to week 8. I'm about to step out for my run today, but not before I check in with you. I hope you're all doing great. I hope that this weekend you had a chance to take maybe a little bit more of a breath as we set our sights on week 8 and then 9 and then 10. And oh my goodness, I feel like we're getting so close to the end of the quarter. But that's a good thing. And here's why it's a good thing. You all have been working so hard. And as you've been working hard, I think what's been getting to happen now is that you're starting to make connections with the material that we've been reading. Different themes, different connections, different perspectives are beginning to sort of come together. And this is really, really exciting because I think now you're having more of a tapestry of sort of what's happening in the realm of emerging adulthood. It also can be a little disconcerting because now all of a sudden you feel like you know more and there's more nuance. And sometimes this can be like, oh my goodness, now I don't know anything because I know something. And this is kind of what happens with graduate school, right? Rest assured, you know more than you did. And you are growing in a great direction. And I'm sensing as I read your reaction papers and as I read your DLAs that there's this fire that's burning in you where there are certain things that kind of set you off or you wish where things were better, or you hope for communities to really understand what emerging adulthood is all about. And I'm just so excited about that. So as we begin to set our sights on these last couple of weeks, I just wanted to point you out to a couple of things. First of all, this is the week that we try to dedicate to just sort of thinking a little bit more big picture about emerging adulthood. What are the ways that emerging adulthood is expressing itself in different parts of the country, in different ways through race and ethnicity, and also through different parts of the world? Obviously, one week doesn't do justice to the multiple and beautiful expressions of emerging adulthood, but I hope that as you look at all the different articles that I have offered to you to read, of which you don't have to read them all, but you get to pick and choose, you find ones that you gravitate toward and that you're interested in. And this list is here for you, so you can always go back to it. And I hope that this just sort of continues your journey and you find things that are interesting along the way. And now that you've sort of thought a little bit more about the different concepts of emerging adulthood, I think that you're going to really appreciate these articles as well, and the research that's being done in a discipline that is continuing to grow. There's lots of things about emerging adulthood that we don't know, and many of you have expressed that, like, boy, there's not a lot of information on this, or there's not a lot of emerging adulthood expressions or research done in this particular area or with this particular group. And my answer to you is yes, because we're sort of in the midst of it, which makes this topic so very exciting. So have a great time choosing your own adventure this week. And the other thing that I'm so excited about is Sarah Stabe is going to also have an additional lecture for you to listen to. What I appreciate about Sarah is her ability to really kind of integrate her own learning and thinking with her own ministry context. And I think you're going to just find her lecture to be really instructive and inspirational and also quite informative. And so have a great time interacting with her, and I really look forward to that conversation that you're going to have over her work as well. Now, if after week 8 we move into week 9 and 10, we're going to focus even more on emerging adulthood spirituality. We're going to look at some of the research that I've done with regards to emerging adults, spiritual struggle, campus ministry. Some of you are very involved with this, and so I just want to remind you that we've got some really great weeks coming up with some super fun content that we're going to be able to share together. So all that said, just want you to know that I've been praying for you and cheering for you in my own thoughts and really thinking about all of you, and I've had a number of conversations with my colleagues about just the ways that we know that you as students are holding so much right now in a world that has made it harder as you care for your families, as you care for your communities, and as you are also graduate students. And so I'm just going to remind you again, even today, to be gentle with yourselves, to take care of what's going on in here, to remember that in the end of the day, graduation is not about getting a piece of paper, it's about becoming a person. And I want you to know that I'm committed to seeing that best part of you come out even as you work through your studies. So reach out to Sarah and me if there's anything we can do to support you along the way. But I just want you to know how much I appreciate the way you all have leaned in to this work and to each other. And I really think it's been God honoring. So thanks for that. So have a great week. We'll see you soon. Don't forget Sessions with Steve this Thursday. Hope you can make it. And again, may you know in deep and real and profound and granular ways, in a language that you understand, that only God speaks to you, God's grace and peace.